I enjoyed that last Soma so much I thought I'd have to have the other one literally an hour later. So this is Soma. This is Glow. It's an IPA at 6.5%. Well, what's it going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we're drinking another beer from Soma. You might have seen the last review that I did for Slick, which is this one here, and this is Glow. Completely different hops. It's an IPA, 6.5%, where the other one was 6%. This has got Nelson, Motueka, and Citra in it. It doesn't say the hops on the can, but it does say if you look at any of the online stuff of it. Yeah, and Soma from Spain. The last one was very good. It was in the high 80s. It was in the, well, yeah, it was 84, so pretty damn good. So let's hope this one's going to be as good. I somehow think it's going to be better, just because it's 6.5%. But I did really enjoy the last one because of the inclusion of Brew 1. This one obviously is very much on the New Zealand side. But let's see what it's like. Well, beer in a glass, similar to the last one. Pale yellow, very much in that sort of what I would call in the Azvex style of colour, you know, in terms of, I mean, it doesn't, I don't think it says what type of yeast and stuff it uses. It's got barley, malt, oats and wheat in it, but no, we don't know exactly, but I think it's fairly pale malts. It's, you know, it's hence this colour. It looks pretty similar, but it actually, I would say it looks a little bit thicker than the last one. We've got, again, 3 fingers of head. I did give it quite an aggressive pour. Looks pretty good. Let's see what the aroma's like. Well, yeah, full of that sort of New Zealand sort of aromas of grape and gooseberry, melon. There's lime and citrus, lemons and grapefruits coming through. It smells really inviting, and it's sort of, there's a lightness to the aroma as well. You know, as much as you're getting all the aromaness to about it, you know, the smells, I'm sure there's a better way to describe that. You're getting the aroma from it, but there's a brightness to it. It smells zesty. It does, you know, sometimes with like New Zealand hops, they can go a little bit on the sort of grassy, earthy side, but these smell very fresh and very light and very inviting. So let's drink it. Cheers, everyone. That's another incredible beer. Soma, you're becoming my new favourite brewery. Okay, I've had 2 beers from them. In fact, I've had 1 beer and 1 mouthful, but this is really, really good. I mean, I've said it before on the channel, New Zealand hops, they're in everything these days. And I'm slightly getting a little bit tired of the New Zealand hops. I don't know why, but I just feel that I'm just getting a little bit tired of them. But when I drink this, I think, how can I get tired of them? These are great flavours. Again, soft mouthfeel, quite light, but actually I'd say the mouthfeel is even better than the last one. I think it's just that increase in ABV. Flavours wise, I think the Motueka is actually higher up, and Citra as well, than the Nelson, because you're getting sort of echoes of that white wine gooseberry flavour, but it's all about citrus, lemons, limes especially, grapefruit coming in. There's an almost creaminess about it that I haven't tasted in a beer since the very best of, say, Daya beers. And it has something in there, well, I don't know what it is, but it's something about this beer that's so Moorish. You drink it and you go, oh, yeah, I love that. I want to drink it again. And I could easily drink this really quickly. I think that's the reason why I really enjoyed the last one, because I drank it down. I thought, I need more. I need something else. So I went for I'd go for its brother, as it were. And this has got oodles of flavour, soft, creamy mouthfeel. It's up there with some of the best beers I've had from the likes of Daya. There's a lot of similarities with some of the Azvex beers. But there's something about this, the level of sweetness, which you don't normally get with New Zealand hops. but there's a sweetness that makes it so moreish. And I'm almost like drinking these beers as if I'm discovering craft beer for the first time, which is a little bit strange. I have had a bit of a period where I haven't really sort of got the most out of beer that I've drank. But I'm drinking this beer and I think I'm so in love with craft beer. And I'm really going, yep, New Zealand hops are still really, really good. I think it's obviously the Citra that's keeping those in check. Nelson, again, can be a really incredible hop, full of flavour, full of aromatics, as it were. But it can be over dominant, and it can sometimes go a little bit on the dank side, a little bit too grassy, a little bit too earthy. But it's well in check, sweet. You don't get that sweetness much with New Zealand hops, but you get it with this beer. This is another incredible beer. I'd almost go to say if I only drink Soma beer for the rest of my life, I'd be quite a happy man. But maybe I don't know, maybe I've just hit them at the right time. But I think these beers are incredible. Soma are one of my favourite breweries. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for Soma Beers Glow, a 6.5% IPA. You know, these days, IPAs usually don't quite do it for me. I need more flavour. I need that what I get from a double IPA. But this is full of flavour, and the scores are equally as good as the last one, starting with aroma, appearance, flavour, value for money. Now, this I looked up how much I paid for this. It's £6, just over £6. I think, and the last one I said was somewhere under, but I think it was around about the same price. It might be £6.20. Little expensive for an IPA, but this is a great beer. So I still think it's reasonable. If it was cheaper, that number would be higher, but they're still pretty good. And finally, my overall experience. Well, okay, we tot the scores up. We've got another highly recommended beer. It's 1 point higher than the last one. 85 out of 100. It's a really great beer. But these are two great beers that I've had. And I've had them in the same day, within an hour of each other. This one, I enjoyed the brew one flavour of this one. But then having this one, I've fallen in love with New Zealand hops all over again, which I was starting to really wane on them. But this is a really great example of using the Motueka and Nelson. Again, for an IPA, there's nothing wrong with this beer at all. Whereas I thought that I was going off IPAs a little bit, I could drink this beer all day long, every day. If this was only one beer I was drinking, it'd be this one. The flavours of those New Zealand hops really work exceptionally well in this beer. Whereas a lot of beers I have had recently, even great breweries with Nelson and Motueka and Rawaka and all the other New Zealand hops that we've had, Nectar and stuff like that. But this is a very well-made beer, and I think Soma are up there with some of the best breweries that I've drank. I say in this country, but they're not. They're from Spain, which is incredible as well. I think they're just a little bit more expensive, but they're more expensive than I think for IPAs. Nearly £1 more than a lot of other beers. But to be honest, this beer is that great as an IPA. I would pay £1 more for a double IPA, and I wouldn't get this flavour, this balance and the complexity, but the balance of the flavour in terms of it's less ABV. I'm not getting any of the sort of extra strength or over hoppiness even, which you get with some double IPAs, good double IPAs, but this is just really spot on. It's almost as if they've brewed the perfect type of beer for me. And the fact that both of them have been very good and they're in the sort of, 84 and 85 shows me that this brewery is a consistent brewery. I'm going to definitely get a double IPA from them, but I'm going to be looking out for them, and I just hope that they keep creating great beers because these are really, really good. So if you've had any Soma beer, let me know in the comments. Maybe you've had other ones apart from these two that I've reviewed this last couple of days. Let me know which ones you've had. What do you think of Soma beer if you've had them? And if you haven't, seek them out. You know, guys out there, you know, Nick Beer Engineers, I know you like your double IPAs. They do a double IPA. I've seen a couple of double IPAs on the websites. I don't know if your bottle shop, I know you go from Fuss Club, whether they do them, but if you see them, definitely try them, because I haven't seen any other reviews for them, and I think these are great beers and a great brewery. So that's it for today. Please give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And until the next one, you know what you do. Drink good craft beer and keep on rocking.